everyone. Thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate your presence, your energy. I just appreciate you for being you. I'm going to dive in. I did things a little different today. I was feeling like I should mix it up, and I'm glad I did. I'm going to start with the past, present, and future energies here. And I actually just got an email about Archangel Uriel. So Archangel Uriel may be very significant here for somebody. Okay, the present energy is the Hierophant in reverse. So the past energy, you were outsourcing your power to other people, but the main focus here is the fact that you were outsourcing your own power in a, I don't know, you may have been someone that went from being really religious to spiritual because you realized that religion just didn't work for you. You realized the fear-mongering within it, and you found the freedom that you needed, that you seek within just spirituality, the openness of it, the love of it. But you're no longer outsourcing your power because you know that you are connected to Source. You are not separate. You are not less than. Okay? The present energy here, which is beautiful because I'm going to explain the rest in a minute, is the Magician. So you went from outsourcing your power to taking back your power and knowing how to use it. And then the future energy, which is beautiful, we've got the Jack of Clubs here. But this card in this Illuminated Tarot deck means fascinated or wonder for a new venture. So you're about to be moving into new territory is what I'm hearing. And again, we've got, these are both like clubs, wands energy. So again, this is all about taking your power back, which is perfect. I have had this for a long time. It actually came with a poster, and it's actually an amazing deck. But it's chakra wisdom cards, and at the bottom, the overall, we've got the first chakra. So we've got the root. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue, like I said, we're pursuing new ventures. I actively pursue them knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for, and I pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. You're not outsourcing your power. You know nobody can rescue you. No one can save you but yourself. I'm not waiting to be rescued. Again, I am not a victim. I am strong. And then we've got the sacral chakra coming out. But I want to say you're healing from the ground up so that you can build from the ground up, okay? So we go from 1 to 2 here. Sacral chakra, creative manifestation, Magician. I have the ability to manifest and create positive outcomes in my life. It is time for me to manifest what I need. I ask myself, what do I need? I am optimistic and creative in carrying out all the tasks that come my way, even seemingly mundane ones, and I maintain a positive attitude in all I do. I'm open to receive and I'm deserving, and that's exactly why you're the Magician. You're not outsourcing your power, and when you know your own divinity and you know the power that lies within, and it was 432 on the clock, you know how to manifest. If you're truly in alignment with Source and not outsourcing your power, 444 on the clock when I said that, then there's no resistance between you and these manifestations. And again, if you're putting in the efforts and keeping the right mindset while also, like I said, putting in the work and then keeping the right mindset, keeping the right frequency, staying optimistic, staying creative, and being open to receive, surrendering to the fact that you don't have to control every little thing. Because, yes, you know your power, but you're also co-creating with Spirit, with Source, with God. And they know things that we may not. So we have to surrender because we can't control every little detail. But either way, when there's a will, there's a way, right? So you can manifest what you want regardless. It's just you have to surrender to the fact that it may not be exactly the way you want it to come about. Okay, and I pulled from my Stardust here, or Stardust Oracle, universal love. Tap into the universal love that exists within you and all around you. This is the overall energy. You know that fear is an illusion. Fear is a lack of love. God is love. We are love. Even if it's a lack of love, right? And then it's beautiful because as I said that, it made me think of the card that actually came out. It's a choice. We can live in love or we can live in fear. So it's either love or a lack of love. What came out was breaking the habit. Choose who you want to be. Make the choice. You've got to be very clear with your manifestations. And also, again, you've got to remain in the right mindset, the right frequency, okay? Choose who you want to be. Break free from past habits and beliefs. And that's exactly what you've done by moving from this Hierophant in reverse energy to the Magician. And that's exactly why you're headed on this new journey. And it's going to be something that lights you up. It's going to light you on fire. I honestly heard Holy Spirit, like, if you've ever seen someone like really filled with the Holy Spirit, imagine that energy, that power, that connection to Source. And that's the thing, when you do what you love, right? Everything around us is love. Then you can't go wrong. So you've broke the habit of the old mindsets and people pleasing and worrying about what people thought. You stopped outsourcing your power and you, what's the word? You've owned your divinity. And that makes all the difference in the world. And also, I did something else a little different, and I'm glad I did. Normally, I would do like angel numbers at the end, but something told me here, just go for it. 1919 came out, transformation. You've transformed a lot, my friend. You went from outsourcing your power to taking it back in full manifestation mode. It's beautiful. I can't. The energy, it's so light, but intense and beautiful. We had 1919 transformation come out. And I feel like here with, I don't know, like 9 and 1, that's 20. And then 20. 2020 here is a significant year for someone here. This message, this is part of your confirmation. 2020 was a very, very important year. And I also, 444 protection is at the bottom, and I can't help 2020 224. Fours are also significant here, and even behind that, 1414. So fours are very significant here. Transformation. It is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power to change your life. This is all about the change within you and how it is affecting your life in the present and the future, and where you're moving towards and where you are now. Within this realization, you will feel your sense of purpose and your connection to new beginnings. New beginnings, new things, new opportunities, new people. But it's more about getting your spark back, getting your wonder and fascination for life back. I release what I no longer need to carry, and I open myself to the transformative energy of the divine. And again, that's beautiful because you're letting go, breaking the habit, break free from past habits and beliefs. That's exactly what you've done, which has led to this transformation. And know, during this whole transformation and this continuous journey, you are protected. Protection. You are so protected. That's the overall energy of all this. Protection. And it was 1044 when I said that, so you may be a part of the 144 if that resonates for you. This is your time to take confidence. And I can't help but think, okay, we've got the base chakra and the sacral chakra. That's all about, gaining back your feet, your footing, so that you can have power. Right? 11:11 on the clock. But this is time to take confidence in all that you pursue. The divine universe is working through you and protecting you. Like I said, your divinity, so it's working through you and for you. Time has come to allow all the doors of opportunity to welcome you with open arms. Affirmation. I feel the loving care of the divine protecting me. I allow myself to pursue, again, this is all about pursuit, to pursue growth and opportunity, growth, transformation. You've went through this growth to the point that you've already transformed. You've transformed into the magician. All right, I'm going to, I want to pull from my Soul's Journey deck and see what comes out, and then I'm going to pull some tarot. If you're still here, thank you. God bless. I love you all. I can't even express it. Just thank you for being a part of my journey. I split it on balance and honesty. I feel like you restored balance because you were finally honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself, it changes everything. And I feel like some of you, when you started being honest with yourself, you couldn't help but start being honest with yourself about the people around you and their mindsets and how it was affecting you. Yeah. And again, this balancing here. You've integrated your shadow into the light, which made the light brighter. Guilt. I release any beliefs, releasing beliefs and habits that no longer serve us. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, transformation. So someone was feeling guilty about their own power. Because, or not really guilty, but you were holding yourself back. You were shrinking yourself. Maybe you didn't want to be seen for a while. Maybe you were scared of being seen for a while. Something from your past made you want to hide your light. But you realized your light's too bright to hide, and there's nothing to be guilty for. You can't help who you are, and you can't help how it makes other people feel. You're probably someone that people either love or hate you, and you've accepted that, and you have nothing to feel bad about for. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will understand us. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And that's exactly what you've done. All right, one more spirit. What one more soul's journey concept here do they need to know about their power, their transformation? Okay. Patience is at the bottom. And I can't help but see all of this, the same colors. that were on the guilt card, you were dimming your light to the point that your throat chakra was completely out of whack. You weren't speaking your truth. And again, your base and your sacral chakra, you've healed those. And it was 1515, so that you could open up with the screen, so that you could open your heart space and understand that you could tap into the love all around. You could tap into source directly. You didn't have to outsource your power. Your power is within. You went within and you found God there. And now, even this purple, and gratitude came out. And this third eye, this is all about third eye and heart chakra and throat chakra and even crown chakra. Like I said, you're having to build from the ground up. And now that you've healed your root and your sacral, and even I'm getting your solar plexus also, everything else is lighting up. Your chakra system is lighting up. And I feel like you're about to have this third eye awakening. I'm seeing an eye right here. And again, this image, this is a third eye awakening. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Exactly. Just like I said, you may not get the manifestation the way you want it, but that doesn't mean the manifestation isn't coming in. And you're understanding the divine timing and the divine grace of understanding that Source God knows things that we do not. So our manifestations sometimes have to be given to us in ways that we do not expect. Gratitude is what came out. I feel like you're having gratitude for the present moment and the past. And even the future, because you know that the future is still, it's not here. It's the void, right? It's the 0 point. It's the beginning of all potentialities opening. So you're grateful for that. You're grateful for the present moment. You're living in it. And you're grateful for your past because it taught you something. It taught you to find your power. And now you're unstoppable. I'm going to pull some tarot just to get a little bit more information. And I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see. Alright. Tell me more about this magician. We are manifesting at will. You are the emperor. You are in control. You are embodying all of the kings. And again, you're walking away, not knowing where you're going, because you know Source has got your back. And this is 8. This is personal power, authority. You are the emperor. You have the power. You have the will. You're putting in the effort. And you're going places. And it's going to bring you a new fascination and love for life. But you're walking into the void. I believe that's exactly how I'm going to put it. You're walking into the void. You don't know what exists there yet, because it does not. The future does not exist yet. You're walking away as you create. And you know whatever awaits you is beautiful, because it's divine timing and it's divinely guided. That's why you're able to embody all the kings, because you've got the king, you've got your wand, you've got your power, you've got your cup, your emotions are balanced, you've got your sword, your mindset's right, you're speaking your truth. And then I went blank. Oh God. And then your root chakra, Pentacles energy, the King of Pentacles. You are becoming more stable in the physical because you got your mind right. And because you've gained back your power and you've gained back emotional control. Alright, let's see what else, Spirit. Tell me more about what they're walking towards. I know it's unwritten and it's up to us in spirit, but can you give us any idea of what's to come? Because I'm a firm believer, like, yes, I love doing readings, but it's not in our hands, or in my hands for that matter. It's in yours. 2020 on the clock. It's in your hands, in Spirit's hands, because when you take that full control, even readings, yes, they can guide us, but we have the potential within ourselves to say, okay, I've got a glance at what's going on. I'm understanding what's going on and what's coming in, but what can I do about it? But what's coming in? What's a good place for them to... What's a good reference point? Reference point is what I'm hearing. What's a good reference point, Spirit? You're finding a newfound sense of freedom. A newfound sense of freedom. You broke free from the past. Habits, patterns, belief systems. Nine of Swords. Again, you've got out of this energy. You're no longer up at night worried about the future. You're no longer up at night thinking about the past. And you're about to move. This is a 9. Like I said, we're moving towards the future energy, right, of this new venture. But this 9 tells me right here, you're right on the verge of it. Like, it's closer than you think. Whatever you've been manifesting is closer than you think. And you're not going to be up at night anymore, worried. And if you're up at night, it's going to be because you're creating and you're happy and you're at peace. I'm going to say, I'm going to pull one more and leave it here. What is the last thing you want them to know, Spirit? Source, please guide my hands to the perfect Wheel of Fortune. 2022 on the clock, or 2222, which is 44, which is 8, which is all about power. Like I said, 9, 10. You're closing out a cycle, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm leaving it here. I love you all so much. God bless.